This podcast is for professional voice teachers to answer the question, how do I grow my teaching business and even break out of that one-on-one lesson model so that I can reach and teach who I want whenever I want. I'm your host, Allie Tyler, voice teacher of over a decade and marketing and business coach for fellow voice teachers. Welcome to the Voicepreneur Podcast. Well, hello, voice teacher. Welcome back to another episode of the Voicepreneur Podcast. How are you doing today? I hope that you are having a wonderful day and that you are excited about this topic because I'm excited. I'm excited because I love things that are creative and innovative and just ways that we can think outside the box. And especially as voice teachers, if you listened to the very first episode where I talked about basically what it means to be a voicepreneur, then you know that I think it is so cool that voice teachers have an opportunity to do things differently. Like, we've never had this before. We've never had social media and technology and just the easiest and fastest and most efficient way that we can communicate with one another. Like, this is so crazy that we live in this lifetime and that we have such cool opportunities in front of us, such cool ways that we can reach people, that we can make an impact, that we can get our message out there, that we can really make a ripple effect happen. And that's really like the foundation of what this episode is all about and why I wanted to make an episode on the different ways that voice teachers can make money online. But it's also just a practical thing too. Like, hey, if you're running a business, if you're running a teaching business, it's good to know all the ways that you can be in business, right? It's good to know all the ways that you can make money and that you can play around with when it comes to like multiple income streams. So this is going to give you an outline of different ways that you can make money online. And here's the kicker. Here's the big, most important thing here. It's best to start small. Start small. Don't think that this whole episode is just going to be about building an online course. We are going to talk about that. But for some reason, every voice teacher is like, and now I have to build an online course. And there's like this pressure to build a course or a membership. And OMG, please don't do that. I really recommend starting small, especially if you've never sold anything other than private lessons. If you've never sold anything online beyond private lessons, then start with step one. I'm going to give this like literally the smallest step to the big grandiose online course membership step, which is the last one. So we're going up step by step, and here we go. Here's the first little mini step, or the best, easiest way that you can start making money beyond private lessons, which is, the best way to describe this is a la carte. A la carte items, your shop. These are individually little wrapped up products that you sell on your shop on your website. So it could be audio tracks, it could be an ebook or a guidebook, it could be a video training or maybe like a few video trainings that are super short, nothing like big and coursey, but just like a couple of little diddlies. It could be whatever you want, really. And what's actually really cool about the shop is that a lot of the other things that we're going to talk about can live on your shop, right? Your online course can live on your shop. Your recording of a masterclass can live on your shop. So it's not to say that those things aren't part of your shop, but I think when I think shop, I'm thinking really simple. So for example, I know a few voice teachers who start off by doing audio tracks. It's such a great, easy way to kind of get in there and start selling something. So it could be a warm-up track, could be a meditation track, it could be whatever the heck you want it to be. So that's the nice, easy way to get started and get the ball rolling when you are making money elsewhere. The second way, the next kind of step in this step by step, I'm imagining these steps getting bigger and bigger. Is that weird? How does that work in terms of walking? I don't really know. It just gets more complex and advanced as we go along. Okay, so step number 2 is a masterclass or a group class, like some sort of class where you are in front of multiple people. I love these. I think these are amazing because it's so much bang for your buck. It's like you are only dedicating an hour, but you can get 50 or you can get 5 or you can get 100 students, and that's how much you're going to get paid, but you never sacrifice more time than just an hour. So it's so awesome. It's usually going to be a live event. I've never been to a masterclass that was pre-recorded. Yeah, no, from what I've seen and gathered, I think that these are really best live. So you want to actually schedule it, put it in your calendar, make an event out of it, and like talk about it, right? So it's a live event, and it usually is going to cover like a topic or a theme or an objective of some sort. Maybe it's a belting masterclass, or maybe it's a masterclass on SOVT practices, or maybe it's a masterclass on vocal health, right? Like whatever. So there's an objective, and yeah, that's another awesome way to get things rolling. Okay, the third type is an experience. So this one's really fun. This basically means that you are offering something to students for multiple days, or maybe even just multiple times. Like it could actually be a one-day event, but it's like a long extended thing, right? So a retreat, a summit, a camp, a weekend workshop, like something that has kind of a start and end to it, but it's more intensive than a masterclass or like downloading an audio track. What's really fun about doing an experience is that you can collaborate. You can be with other people and create something together. So let's say that you hook up with like 3 or 4 other voice teachers, and you decide that you're going to do a whole retreat on songwriting. Well, then you can have one teacher that does lyric writing, and then one teacher that teaches about chord progressions, and then you have another teacher that does vocal technique. And gosh, there's so many things you can do with that, right? But it's so cool because it doesn't have to be all on you. You can like stay in your zone of genius. You can be a part of something bigger than yourself. You can reach multiple different types of audiences, which is huge in the online world. And it's just really fun. I think these are so much fun. I have found that in my personal life, when I do these types of things, I've done like a songwriting workshop, and I did a branding weekend workshop once. So I've done it in lots of different types of things. They're always like my favorite experiences. They're so cool, so intimate, and so memorable. So yeah, maybe you decide that you want to do an experience. All right, moving on to number 4, the online course. The online course. We need like music and confetti. So, okay, here's the thing about an online course. Yes, it's a big project. We're going to talk more about it, but what's actually kind of nice and relieving about it is that you can do it however you want. There are no rules. You don't have to worry about pre-recording a bazillion videos and having worksheets and like, unless you want to, right? You can do it however you want. You could do it live experience. You could do it pre-recorded. You could have a hybrid model. Gosh, I've seen everything. I've seen everything these days with people getting so creative in how they deliver the content. The most important thing to actually focus on is the content and making sure that that content has a start and an end. That's what an online course is all about. There is a result or a transformation or an experience that somebody goes through when they complete the course, right? So that's the big thing you want to make sure you're focusing on, is what is the transformation? Very, very easy, concrete example of this is, let's say that you teach songwriting. They write a song. Your students write a song, right? That's the transformation. That's the result. They wrote a song, or they wrote 5 songs, or whatever. So make sure that the topic and the thing that you want to talk about does have some sort of tangible or proven experience that somebody experiences. Whew, that's a lot of experiences. And that is your big qualifier for an online course. And then how you deliver it, totally up to you. All right, which leads me to the last way, which is a membership program. A membership is the last one because it's the most consuming. It is a commitment to run a membership, because the one aspect that is different between a membership and an online course, actually there's a couple, but one of the big ones is community. You need to have a community if you're going to have a membership. That's why people say memberships. That's a big reason why. It's not the content, my friend. It's the community. So this also means you communicate with them differently. So you have extra support for them. You have office hours or live Q&As or group coaching calls, like however you want to do it, right? The delivery method, that's up to you. But the two big things is that there is a community and there is support. It really does help to have a topic that is ongoing. And hint, 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 that's what singing is. Singing is ongoing, right? Learning how to sing is an ongoing experience. So you may find that just because of that alone, you're like, well, I have to do a membership. And I love memberships. They're my absolute favorite model for sure. You're not wrong. If you want to scale your business, that's definitely the way to go. But I will say this, don't start there. I said it in the beginning. It's worth saying again. You need to start small. Don't dive into making an online course or a membership. If you're new to this, you need to learn. You need to get in the trenches, right? And that's great. So start with an a la carte item or start with your masterclass or group class or whatever you want and take it from there. I hope that this was helpful for you and that you got some ideas rolling. And I cannot wait to hear what you come up with. So please do let me know, what are you going to be focusing on? What is your new avenue of making money beyond private lessons? So excited to hear what you come up with. Be sure to DM me over at The Voicepreneur so that we can chit chat over there. You can learn about the Voicepreneur program in the show notes. And of course, don't forget to join our Facebook group, The Aligned Voice Teachers. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again for tuning in with me, and I will catch you in the next episode.